In the Hawkeye State tonight, with Van Buren County and Centerville school districts finding themselves dealing with potential threats of violence within days of each other, only one of the threats led to an arrest. KTVO's Maddie Lee has more on why.
In Centerville, a 17-year-old student was charged with threat of terrorism regarding a potential threat towards Centerville High School on March 19th. In Van Buren County, a verbal comment raised suspicions, leading another student to report their peer for a possible threat of violence on March 20th. Law enforcement and the Van Buren County attorney investigated the reported threat by interviewing the student. Ultimately, they determined that the threat did not rise to the level of a criminal offense, but the school opted to suspend the student. While the Van Buren County Attorney's Office could not be reached for comment, the Jefferson County Assistant Attorney provided some clarity on the different outcomes of the incidents.
Well, there are a lot of different factors that you would want to consider. For instance, if a student has a disability and they have an IEP and maybe they have a behavioral goal that's part of their IEP and that a threat could be potentially a manifestation of their disability, that would be something that you'd want to be aware of and that you'd want to take into consideration in addition to the facts surrounding the incident.
Although the Centerville police chief declined to provide additional details about the threat of terrorism charge, SD provided clarification regarding its implications.
It impacts a larger community, like to coerce kind of like a larger population or a government entity to do something and making a threat to do that. The threat has to be credible and it has to lead to this kind of like reasonable expectation of fear that the threat is actually going to be followed through on.
The student involved in the Centerville incident has been referred to juvenile court. Maddie Lee, KTVO News.